If you might be vaguely familiar with how to hold a mic. The old school style, that hung when they did the ring announcing. I love that, man. I love that. All right, man, we can knock it out. See, and I got the benefit of doing a mic check with you too right now. Do mic check.
Mic check 559.
Damn right. Not 559. This guy. Boom. Check. All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it, man.
All right, man. Let's knock it out. Oh man, I gotta get recorded on this one.
So you guys are two separate here? Or?
Yeah, we can knock it out. All the hits, Q97.1, broadcasting all the way live from the site of Wrestlemania, baby. WrestleMania 2015. We're doing it live at Radio Row. Danny Salas, I told you I was going to have some special guests all during the afternoon. And round one goes down with the man called Bray Wyatt. What's happening, man?
Just living, man.
Woo! And now I'm looking in your eyes right now, man. I'm not going to lie. It's a little intimidating. It's a little intimidating to see Bray Wyatt on my TV for so long, saying the things that you've been saying, doing the things that you've been doing, man, looking at you literally 10 inches from my face right now.
It's usually all the scars that off-put people, you know.
Well, I don't see any scars, man. And for those who don't know, since it is radio, you can't see, but I'm looking at Bray Wyatt right now. You're a very handsome dude. If you don't mind me saying. You don't mind me saying, man.
That's fine. Not normal, but not usual.
Hey, so check this out. A lot of stuff happening with WrestleMania and with you specifically this weekend. But since I am from the 559 right now, and we are broadcasting all the way live on Q97.1, a lot of people might not know that Bray Wyatt's got some ties to Central Cali, right?
Yeah, Visalia, California, man.
Yes, sir.
I spent a couple years out there, and a couple of the wildest years of my life.
Wildest?
Wild.
Well, wild and Visalia oftentimes do go together, man.
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
As I learned at a very young age.
Right? So tell me about it. You played football for
College of the Sequoias.
COS, man. And I remember reading like all kind. I mean, not back then, but like when you broke into WWE or NXT, then everybody was like, dude, this guy's like local famous, man. And so everybody was like old articles written about you at COS they're starting to put out again, like reprinting them online and stuff. So that's pretty cool, man.
It was a cool experience out there, man. I kind of, like I said, I had to see all the evil out on the West Coast before I could take myself back to the South.
So how did you come, like, kind of making your way through Visalia to play football, man? Where did you come from first to make your way to COS?
Well, when I was being evaluated as to where I wanted to go, I didn't like some of my options in Florida. So I went out to COS to kind of make a name for myself. Yeah. Same as like the breeding grounds of like NXT. The JUCO football system out there is the same exact thing, and that's what I did. Was I went out there and kind of found myself and grew up a little bit before I was ready to go play D1 ball.
There it is. So let me ask you this: of all the wild times you had up on the West Coast, man, what are some of the best times, the best things that you did up on the West Coast while you were out there?
I'll tell you, anytime you're in San Luis Obispo, or SLO, as I found.
SLO, man.
Anytime you're in SLO, you're in for some kind of adventure.
Yes, you are.
I won't get specific.
And you really shouldn't. Man. I do not want you to incriminate yourself up on my radio show.
Absolutely not.
But cool. But I think it's just super dope, man, that you have that kind of tie to the 559 to Central Cali, man. And now seeing where you are now, I feel like we're brethren, man. And I'm like, dude, that dude was in my area, and this is where he is now, man. So congratulations, man.
Yeah, it's a special correlation you have to have. Once you spent time in that Central Valley.
That's funny you say you spent time as if it's jail. Come on, man.
Well, Corcoran right around the corner.
Right? Corcoran. Shouts out to all my folks in Corcoran. I got letters. All right, man, so let's fast forward a little bit, man. Coming from the West Coast, doing your football thing, how did directions change for Bray Wyatt, man? How did you decide, you know what, man? WWE or professional wrestling is my thing. Professional is my calling.
Well, it wasn't, obviously it's not that simple.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a journey, I like to call it, I kind of had it through steps. I started finding out who I really was. And as I continued that journey, I started to come into grips with projecting myself to be what I wanted to be, and so that I could express my views and how I see myself, and it all just linked together and it came together, and now, second time on the grandest stage of them all, I got everyone to thank.
And the fact that you're young in the game, man, it's not like you're an OG vet, dude. This is your second WrestleMania already.
I feel like an OG vet,
dude, and you as well. You should, because you're going in your second WrestleMania up against the freaking phenom, the Undertaker, man. How crazy is that?
It gets no higher than the Undertaker,
dude, right?
He is the most fierce, dominant entity in the history of the WWE. Save a few here, Andre and blah blah blah, but he's the Undertaker, man.
Dude, he's a living legend, man.
Exactly that.
Do you kind of feel, and I'm not even going to question your confidence, man, because seeing you on TV every day, I know you're freaking oozing confidence out of every pore, man. But do you kind of feel that much more nervous that you are going up against someone like the Undertaker when so many eyes are going to be on you at an event like WrestleMania?
Yeah, I don't like the word nervous. I think I have a different way of experiencing feelings.
All right.
But the way I look at it is, he has nothing to prove, and I have everything to prove. So I've already convinced myself that, it's balls to the wall. Right, show out.
There it is,
and
man.
That's all I can do.
There it is, and try to steal the show at the same time, right?
Check.
Right, there it is. Well, I want, and then again, in case people don't know, man, I'm not just talking to Bray Wyatt, first-generation superstar. Man, you got this in your blood, the whole fam. So let me talk about your dad for a minute. Obviously, he made his mark in many promotions all up and down the West Coast, all across the country. How big an influence was he on you as far as guiding you to where you need to be and where you are right now?
Well, when you grow up in an environment like this, you just make this conscious note without even thinking about it that, this is life.
Yeah, man.
This is what you have to be. And as much as I fought it and chased other dreams and
like football and other things, right?
Exactly. The more it kind of pulled me in this direction, So, and people joke about that and they say it's in your blood, but I feel as if it was ingrained in me, and this is where I was supposed to be, man.
And that's how you feel right now, right? Like
Correct.
There literally was no other path for you, right?
Yeah, being a little kid and watching TV and watching, the Undertaker go out there and dominate you can't help but look at it and go, man, that's cool. I'd like to be there one day.
Right. Dude, and I got to say, and I don't want to, I'm not talking about the kid in Bray Wyatt right now, but the kid in Bray Wyatt has got to be like, holy crap, dude. This is happening. This is actually happening, right?
Yeah, it's bizarre. You tell yourself something like as a child, and to see it actually come true is pretty wild.
Well, I want to talk about, because everyone who might not know, Bray Wyatt, quote unquote, Bray Wyatt technically didn't come up in NXT, but you went through that whole system in NXT before you got called up to.
Oh no, I was in NXT.
As Bray Wyatt.
As Bray Wyatt, the total package.
And how was that compared to after being called up, man? That whole environment.
Well, and that's what's cool about this. Like when you look around, the people can't see, but there's NXT stuff all over us, all around us, and they say the future is now, and that's their slogan or whatever. But the Wyatts were NXT. We created NXT when NXT was in its infancy, and it was just a brand new project. It was all Wyatts. If you go back and you watch the original NXT, it was all Wyatts. So I like to think that there's a special place in my heart for NXT because it's mine, and it always will be mine. Man. And they can say it's theirs all they want, but it ain't. It was ours first.
Man, you put your stamp on it, man.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you set the standard, you set the bar high, and every week on TV, man, you set the bar high. I want to talk about some mic skills, man. We were kind of joking before we started this interview. Hey, Bray Wyatt says, how do I hold this mic? Dude, Bray Wyatt asking how to hold a mic is like asking Barry Bonds how to hold a baseball bat, man. Real. You ask any WWE, any professional wrestling fan to list their top 5 as far as promo skills, man, Bray Wyatt's always up there, man. Was that something you kind of developed at NXT, or is it something that you always had in you, just never really had the opportunity to get up on the mic?
I mean, it's a mixture of both.
All right.
But like I explained earlier, it's just me being able to be me. It's the same as you having your own radio show and you're just you. Yes, and that's what I get. If I was trying to falsify and give you something that wasn't me, you wouldn't get the product that you get. But because I'm able to do what I want to do and say what I want to say about the things that I do, it's all just me, and it makes it real, and people connect with that.
Right on, man. All right, well, for those who are still right now listening to our voices right now, contemplating watching WrestleMania, man, to see Bray Wyatt against Undertaker, what do you got to say to the 559 that's going to convince them right now to order that network and watch WrestleMania this Sunday, man?
Well, me and Undertaker are gonna steal the show, and it's it's not very complex. It's Bray Wyatt's coming out party.
There it is. Man, Bray Wyatt live at WWE Access, live this Sunday at WrestleMania on the WWE Network. As a fan, brother, like I said, because we are fellow mic holders, I appreciate you and I respect you for everything you've done in the ring and on TV, man.
Right on, man.
Bray Wyatt live on Q97.1.
Thank you, brother.
Man, I appreciate that.